Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner, and this is another Gather Chat. Who sends it? Anybody? Somebody? Nobody? Under the blogs, we got Jasmine Brand, Love B. Scott, and them. Okay? And them. So I don't have any photos this time. I want to just read the topics of the blogs and just chit chat about that. Sometimes the hardest part about doing these is having to pull a story, read a story, research a story, get a good photo, and all of that. I don't have time. It is 2:04 a.m. and I want y'all to have this by like 4 a.m. So we're gonna let that be. Anyway, if you have not done so already, let's take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Y'all ready to breathe it on out? Let's go. I'm not gonna do what y'all gonna do because it's late. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. I did it a little bit, okay? And do not forget to relax, to relate, to release, to center yourself and anyone around you because there's a lot going on in the world today, okay? You can also follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. You can also like this video. Hit the like button, comment in the comment section, and also hit the share button to share it on your social media. Now, let's go. Let's start with Love B. Scott. What Love B. Scott talking about? Okay, the Good Times TV show, okay, is getting an animated reboot, okay, produced by Seth MacFarlane and Steph Curry. Seth MacFarlane that does Family Guy, and I like Family Guy. I do like that. Now it's coming to Netflix, okay? And I pulled this up, per Variety. Netflix has given a 10-episode straight to series order to the new animated take on Norman Lear's classic sitcom Good Times, okay? It's a whole bunch of people involved, Seth MacFarlane, Steph Curry. Also, it says Carl Jones, who is credited to have worked on The Boondocks, Black Dynamite, the Tracy Morgan Show on TBS, the Last OG, and he's going to be the showrunner or whatever, an EP. So that's good. The Boondocks and Dynamite. I love Black Dynamite. I'm saying, show enough or whatever. You dig it? I love that cartoon. So again, I hope this will be a good thing. They bring up how this will be a updated thing of it or whatever. They say, it's a dream come true to be working with legendary talents of Norman Lear, Seth MacFarlane, blah, 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 blah. We are excited to carry on the original legacy of Good Times, but now animated and a little edgier, okay? And because of the struggle of the 60s and 70s or whatever, in current times, it can be a little bit more. And also with it being on Netflix, it can be, a lot. I don't mind it. I'm nervous, but I don't mind it. I want to see what it's going to be. An animated version of Good Times. I mean, is they going to kill James? Like, I just wonder, are they going to retell the stories that they've already done and just make it edgier? They're going to have Ned and the wino on here. You know what I'm saying? Will Penny still be burned by the iron? Will Rolona still work at the clothing store, at the boutique? You know what I'm saying? Will Michael still have his widow's peak? You know what I'm saying? I need to know these things, okay? I just want to know. Meg Thee Stallion reportedly got shot after finding out her BFF Kelsey was also sleeping with Tory Lanez, according to a source. I don't care what went on. At the end of the day, her being shot was some bullshit. I don't want to hear nothing else if I can't hear from Tory Lanez apologizing for it. Okay, we already know they said allegedly he sent text to her apologizing for whatever it was he did. He did not say specifically that he shot her, but it's how he was too drunk that night and he is so sorry. I am so sorry. Girl, we ain't heard not hide no hear that man nowhere. Okay, what's going on here? I'm tired of the allegedly stuff. It don't matter why he did it. Now, if Kelsey was also fucking Tori, why Meg was fucking with Tori, I mean, that mean Kelsey ain't shit. But again, I don't care. Chris Evans, who plays Captain America, who dick pic leaks, okay, because he posted his camera roll and the pic of it dick happened to be in there, and everyone was like, oh, let's protect Chris Evans. Let's make sure that anybody who posts his penis, do we get it blocked? As many times as I've seen females cooch and ass and titties and sex tapes all up and through the timeline and shit, y'all want to protect Captain America, and I love Chris Evans. I love Captain America, but I'm like, come on now. If y'all ain't gonna protect the women who stuff leak, don't be trying to protect Chris Evans' penis. He posted it, but that's also why I consistently delete all kind of stuff out my phone. You don't want to accidentally send shit to no one. You don't want to have your phone in your purse and just jotting around in there and you fuck around and post your man's dick. Don't do it. Delete everything. Okay, just don't do it. LaToya Luckett gives birth to baby boy Tyson Wolf Walker. That's spelled Tysun Wolf, okay, Walker. Had him today at like 4 o'clock in the morning. It was amazing. Congrats. Now, we know her husband had gone through because it was alleged that he was caught cheating or whatever, and some girl had a video of them and had him naked in her room or in her area, okay, and we didn't, all that. We ain't heard much from him at all since that came out. We have not seen them two together in any kind of posts since then either. I wonder what's going on. I hope they doing okay, but a whole cheating husband is very stressful for a pregnant mom. But again, congrats to LaToya and Tommy on the birth of their baby boy. A healthy baby is always something to be happy about, okay? Princess Love and Ray J. Ray J filed for divorce from Princess Love and asked for joint custody of their children as well. Now, she had just filed for that. She had filed for divorce and then took it back, okay? She filed it and took it right back, okay? And that was like in June, I think it was. But now he filed. He filed for divorce? Really? Okay. Ain't that something? Now, according to the blast, okay, to legal documentations, okay, Ray J filed for the dissolution of marriage in Los Angeles County Court today. And he's asking the judge for joint custody of the couple's two children. It said that he also claimed the couple has a prenuptial agreement. Sonya Norwood, she ain't do shit else. She made sure the money was clank protected or whatever. So anyway, they have a prenup which outlines supports and personal property, which is not a part of the marriage and should be enforced. Okay, it says Ray J, who is represented by celebrity attorney Laura Wasser, Wasser, never responded to Princess's original divorce petition back in July. Okay, no, she filed in June. She dismissed it. She dismissed it July 6th. So yeah, and of course they have their two kids, daughter Melody and then son Epic. I mean, when Ray J filed for divorce after being the one who ain't shit. I mean, I feel like Ray ain't shit. I feel like Princess is kind of loopy too, and it was a crazy marriage from the start, okay? Because again, who wants to marry Ray J? He's kind of weird. Now, I'm going to pull up this picture of him because I think he's so cute and I want y'all to be sure that y'all know who he is. Now, y'all know I love me some Lovecraft Country. Lovecraft Country. Okay, I'm going to do a review of episode 5 because I could not do the live chit chat for those of y'all who watch the show. But the man who plays Atticus, okay? Ooh, ain't he cute? Boom, pow. His face just looks strong. You know what I'm saying? I feel protected. Okay. Now his name is Jonathan Majors. He joins MCU. He's gonna be playing a villain, allegedly. He'll be joining the MCU as the villain Kang the Conqueror. Okay, in the upcoming Ant-Man 3 movie. Now again, I'm looking like, okay, young man. Now he also played in the Five Bloods. He played Delroy's son. Okay, and he also, of course, is now on Lovecraft County, playing Tick. I'm like, come on now, okay. Lord, I like him. I like him a lot. Anyway, the movie won't come out until like 2022 anyway. But which is 2 whole years away, and that's if COVID doesn't go away. Anyway, but again, that's what his expected role is. They say he could always be somebody else, but that's supposedly who he would be. I love it when the black man joins the franchise of the MCU. Okay, I'm a Marvel head myself, so I love it. I like DC too, but you know what I'm saying, it's just Marvel. Anyway, but congrats to that handsome black man. Like I'm a lot. What else does Love Beast Scott have going on here? Netflix buys rights to Zendaya and John David Washington's film Malcolm and Marie for $30 million. They shot this movie in like 2 weeks during quarantine. Okay, they got a director and said, hey, we want to shoot this movie real quick. Let's do it. And they did it, and now they done got some money for it. I think that's a great thing. I feel like we need more, actors getting together and making their own plans. I think it's an amazing thing to do. And when I seen just the still shot of them doing, I'm like, I want to see it. Okay. Florida Democrat Andrew Gilliam comes out as bisexual. Okay. Does it explain him being naked in a room with someone? No. But is that our business? No. Does that mean he probably was partying a little bit too hard? Yes. I feel like if his wife said, he told me that he was bisexual before we got married, if she still married him, it is what it is. I did not watch the Tamar Hall interview. I don't have my DVR up to tape Tamar Hall. I guess I could set up to do that, just in case. But, I have no issue with somebody coming out and saying they're bisexual. I think people assumed he was gay and his wife was his beard. He's like, no, I like both. And, that's what it was. So, it's not a big deal to me. Dear White People's Jeremy Tardy exit the series because he said that Lionsgate has shameful practices of racial discrimination. I think a lot of people do. And if that man did not get what he wanted financially for during, the last season or whatever, he can leave. That's fine with me. 50 Cent's For Life shut down amid coronavirus fears. Okay. Y'all know I don't like 50. I did not watch season 1. I may have to, because everyone says it's such a good show, but I don't like that man. It's so hard for me to support new things he does. But I don't want to not support other black actors and directors and producers. So I need to get over not liking him because the show is not him. I'm a watch for life. Lonzo Ball leaves Rock Nation just months after he and his 2 brothers signed. He said he wanted to lead his own career. I think Lonzo is tired of his dad making all the decisions, and he's finally taken a step in the better direction to make his own decisions. Okay. Emily B flunked baby bump and new photo at her baby shower. We seen her daughter who was dating that rapper dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't know their names or whatever. And we seen them all in pink or whatever. We seen a little ring on her finger. And people assume, oh, is she pregnant? Is she engaged? And it was like, no. They were at her mom's, hope I can see this, at her mom's baby shower. So, it was what it was. Emily looks great. Her and Fabulous is having another baby boy. I still feel like Fabulous is a little bit crazy, but that's that lady man, so what am I gonna say? She left him, so I guess it is what it is. But I still feel like, okay, Let's hope Fabulous is a better father to his daughter than, boyfriend he was to her mama. But I digress. Kim Kardashian defends Kim's maternity line amid criticism, says it's not to slim Mrs. Support. I feel like, look, I don't really care for the Kardashians at all that much at all, but I do feel like Kim has birthed 2 babies herself. She's had 2 kids. They have 4 kids or 3? Yeah, so she birthed 2, had 2 via surrogate, but I think she's aware of how the body changes, when it's pregnant. I think her doing a maternity line to help support a pregnant woman's body is great. You know what I'm saying? Leave her alone sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people hear something and they don't fully wait for what it is and they get mad. I'm like, you was mad for no reason. Do you think pregnant women don't need support? Anyway, K. Michelle auditioned for Mercedes and PValley. I was so close, but my body wasn't together, and I was so sad when I didn't get it. I seen people talking about this on Twitter. I also talked about it on Twitter, and I felt like this. K. Michelle and the actress Brand, who plays Mercedes, do look alike. They do favor. I get that. However, I need people to get, you can look like somebody and not be the right person for a role. I feel like if K. Michelle, for whatever weird reason, would have gotten that role, the show would not have been as successful, because people would not have seen an actress playing this role of a girl named Mercedes. They would have seen K. Michelle on the TV show. K. Michelle still is not taken seriously in the world of entertainment. She's a great singer, but her antics are remembered more than her voice. And we haven't seen her act in anything that would also make us feel like she should act. Okay? We've only seen her and her antics. So, I am happy that the PValley writers and showrunners are smart enough to know that's not who we should get. We need to have someone who can embody this role, and no one will look at the actress and say, that's just K. Michelle. That's it. Now, they said that Drea had also auditioned. I don't know if this part is true. They say that Drea had auditioned for the part of Autumn because they also favor very much. The fact that the actress who plays Autumn, whose name I can't think of right now, and I think it's Erica, the actress who plays Autumn has a full-fledged accent that I would have never known, okay, that she was from wherever. I'm happy Drea didn't get it, because Drea has a stigma about herself based on Basketball Wives, based on her antics on social media. And I'm a Drea fan. I follow Drea, whatever, but I still feel like Drea would not have been right for that role. I'm happy they picked actors who were really not known. So watching the show, you don't have any preconceived notion of who that person is. Like, we did not know Brandy. We did not know any of the people who were acting on this role, even though the actor who plays Lil Murder was in the Madam C.J. Walker movie. Okay, he played the husband of Tiffany Haddish, who was messing with old girl who was doing the hair stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know that was him, which is good because you don't have any kind of preconceived notion on anything. So I'm happy they did not pick K. Michelle. I don't know how you could pick K. Michelle to play a stripper who gonna be naked running around here. Her ass is full of holes from getting all her surgeries. Don't get it at all. I don't think K. Michelle is at all a dancer. I am happy they pick people who can embody the role. We don't always have to get someone who's popular or who's known, because again, PValley is as popular as it is because the actors and the storylines and the production they have on the show. The only person on the show who I knew was Diamond, because I watched the Have and Have Nots and he played tow truck Dick Benny. But I digress. Let me move on, because I'm mad. Not mad. I'm saying I just don't like how people feel like, oh, well, K. Michelle could have did it, or who feel like, K. Michelle ain't shit. I ain't saying she ain't shit. I'm saying she has not made herself be known for nothing else besides her antics first and her music second. That's not on me. That's on her. She also brought up how she sat and cried after watching Tamar's reality show because she feels that way too. Because K Michelle is also toxic in her life and how she reacts to people, and so of course she feels the same way. Okay, I don't know why she had to act as if I couldn't be mad. Mad for what, bitch? That's her show. I guess her issue was because Mona worked with Tamar to do a show and she ain't work with me. Well, I mean, we don't really care that much. Kenya Moore and Portia Williams argue as Portia's accused of using activism for a storyline. B-roll on and off camera. I seen this. Somebody commented on someone's, I think it was Portia's post, and they put how, y'all up here faking like, you're doing things or whatever. And I'm like, what is going on here? Like, the girl said Portia's clout chasing. This girl is doing all this for the show. Glad it is positive, but trust it is for the show. Kenya then replied to the girl and put up the eye emoji. And I was like, Kenya, why the fuck would you do that? Poor K, okay? And at that point, Portia then came and responded and said, it is really worth bringing up an irrelevant moment from the past to try to discount and what I'm doing now to help create a better future for all of us. Praying for you, girl who said it or whatever. Your Instagram name says up to no good, and that is what it is. Kenya Moore, you should be ashamed of yourself trying to bring attention with the eyes or whatever to this disgusting troll's comment. You knew people were going to follow this. You actually felt compelled to respond to this lie. You want people to pay attention to this mess. Shame on you. You should be supporting me as a fellow black woman trying so hard to change this world, and instead you're the least supportive person ever. If you're going to spend time bringing awareness to anything, try something positive. Oops, I forgot. Misery loves company. I'm going to say extra prayer for you and all the people on the wrong side of history. Girl, can you then replied, okay, over an eye emoji? Really? I 100% support the movement and will follow real leaders, real in all caps, real leaders, not storylines. So be real on and off camera. Real change starts with you. Let's be real apologetic to Eva Marcel, who has been a real activist before she ever heard of you. Let's be real that you said you would beat her ass after Black Lives Matter and at Candy behind her back with the girl over there after she privately shared girl, I don't have time for this bullshit. Both Kenya and Portia is messy. Kenya's is messy first because she should not have replied the eyes or whatever, but Portia should have just ignored it. I feel like they must be on the show back and forth. Girl, it's dumb. It's dumb. Y'all both have others to worry about. Leave it be. But Kenya, you should have not responded back to that. I don't feel like Portia is doing this for the show, simply because she wouldn't risk her money. She keeps getting arrested. You know what I'm saying? She keeps getting arrested. That's not for sure. Like, you need to let that go. Okay, let that be, Kenya. Natalie Nunn tested positive for COVID-19, and she's saying it's a scary situation. It is. Everyone, keep your asses safe if you can, please, at all times. Tina Lawson shares meme that salutes Beyonce. Bitch, please, I made Beyonce. Okay, we know you made Beyonce. Idris Elba says he and his wife did not welcome a baby. That is not true. Lies come out all the time. There was a picture of Portia twerking in front of a cop before being arrested, and she came out and said, y'all need to know that was not true. And when you see the video of it, you see the cops walking up to arrest Portia, and someone clearly took a picture right as Portia bent down to pick up her water. So the cops are walking up to arrest Portia. Portia stands up. She hands someone her phone. The cop is not behind her. The cop is like on the side of her. So Portia then she turns around, and when she turned around, the cop then gets behind her, and she did not know that, and she then bent down to get water. It was literally a thing where she didn't even know he was back there, and she literally bent down, picked up water, took a drink of the water, put it down, and then, was arrested. I'm like, people really need to, you have to know sometimes a picture is not worth 1,000 words. Sometimes a picture is some fucked up shit. Okay? Um, Love and Hip Hop's Monique Slaughter involved in a car accident. My arm is swollen and cut. My leg is inflamed, and I lost feeling in my side. But she's alive. Okay, she's alive. She's home or whatever, and we're gonna wish her a speedy recovery. People gotta be careful. People be driving all kind of crazy or whatever. She posted a picture of the car. The front end of the car looks bad. Okay, it looks bad. She was in Huntsville, Alabama, visiting family. My dad got here yesterday, and then after the accident, my aunt and uncle just so happened to be driving by. Girl, she okay. She's fine. She will be okay. Okay. The driver that hit us ended up underneath someone's house. They had to lift the house off its foundation, use the jaws of life to get them out the car. I refused to go with the paramedics, so my aunt called my dad. He was there within the flash. It was crazy. Okay, that's a lot. It's a lot. But again, she's okay. She's okay. That's what matters. Javontae Davis addresses violent incident with ex-girlfriend. I was wrong for doing that. Oh, when you snatched her up at the event, all on camera. Trevor Noah said gender reveal parties shouldn't happen until the child is old enough to know their actual gender. I mean, I don't agree with that. I think the parents wanting to have a gender reveal, it's up to the parents. Once the child is born, if the child feels different, that's when you have that situation or whatever. But I mean, I'm not gonna go as far as saying the parents can't have gender reveals. I don't think big to-do ones are warranted, but I mean, like a little one, who cares? Khalees welcomed baby girl and after intense labor. Okay. Congratulations on the baby girl. Boosie is back on Instagram. Why they keep put Boosie is crazy on IG. He needs to be stopped. Okay, he's always just doing too much. I don't follow him on IG. I think it's I don't get why people like him. I be confused. Okay. Halle Berry's MMA film Brews reportedly get picked up by Netflix for $20 million. That's a lot of money. Congrats. Gabrielle Union says Bring It On sequel is absolutely going to happen. But why? Do we need it? Like, I'm not against it. It was like, oh, it's been 20 years later, whatever. And of course, their daughters must be in the same school. Girl, that's the only way I would like if it was like a Netflix movie, and if it wasn't about them two having daughters who are now rivals. I would need them both to come together to save a cheerleading squad who needs two new coaches, and now Kirsten Dunst's character and Gabrielle characters have to work together to help these. I would mind that, but I mean, it's gonna be some typical shit. Do we really care? I don't think so. I don't mind it though. I don't mind it, but again, I need it to be more than is all this time later and they kids now need their help, or it's their reunion time and let's have a cheer off for our reunion. Girl, I don't care. Ex Love and Hip Hop star Tommy hates 50 Cent because he blocked me after asking to be on Power. He may not have known you were and thought you was a crazy person. I mean, I don't think you should block. I feel like you had to have said something. 50 don't block for no reason. So what else did you say? But I wouldn't care. Who it is, who it is. Marriage Boot Camp Dr. Ish and Jocelyn Toller in talks for a new dating relationship show. Am I for that? I don't know. It depends. Girl, it depends on what's about. Because sometimes it can be some bullshit and you be looking like y'all could have stayed on marriage boot camp because this is stupid, within itself or whatever. Will Smith and Janet Herbert, the original Aunt Viv, ends infamous feud as Will Smith gets first look at Fresh Prince reunion. We just seen a picture of all the cast together in one picture, and then the second picture was him and Janet sitting talking and laughing. Janet has said some crazy things, made some accusations over the years about what Will has done or whatever, and how she feels about things he's done. And I'm like, what do you want us to do? So to see that they have squashed it, had some kind of conversation, I do want to see what that conversation looks like. Okay, Kardashians could land streaming deal amid ending Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I feel like if they had this whole big to do about ending it because it's time to then just go to a streaming service, this means you didn't end it because it was time. You ended it because you couldn't get the money you wanted at E because E broke. Okay, and that means it's a money grab. Don't. You can't fool me. You can't fool me. If y'all go to a different service, a streaming service or whatever, and do the same show with a different name, okay, y'all was in it for the money. It had nothing to do about it being time to stay at home and be calm. I'm like, look, don't bullshit a bullshitter. Don't do it. Caitlyn brought up how she did not find out about the ending of the show before anyone else. She found out on the internet, like the rest of us or whatever, because they don't look at her as if she's like in the family, even though she is the parent of two of the kids. They still treat her as if, you know what I'm saying, it's nothing. Portia Williams said there are no wedding plans with her and Dennis, which makes people feel like they broke up. She no longer wears her ring. She no longer posts him on her social media and vice versa. I'm assuming they have broken up as a couple, but are still co-parenting. But again, who knows? It can be anything. Nene Leakes' rep says she has no parts in a discrimination lawsuit against Bravo amid stalled Real Housewives of Atlanta contract negotiations. At this part, the housewives have been taking for long enough to where Nene, girl, let's go have a seat. Take the season off. Leave it be. We okay. We'll see you next time. Or not at all. Cardi B hired a private eye to arrest teenage Trump supporter who leaked her address. Good. Make his ass go to jail. Okay. Press all the charges that's available. All of them. Upstairs, down, all any charges all around the board. Since that's a jail. Okay. And the last thing I'll do, Tamar and David. There has been so much with Tamar, David stuff. Okay, David went and did a whole YouTube video about the whole Tamar thing. You know, he said that we was driving to and or from the mental institution or whatnot, and saying having a disagreement or whatnot, and saying she punched me in the jugular in the neck. I was off kilter. I was confused or whatnot, and saying how she then started recording him and he didn't know it or whatnot, how he was so confused. He was on mama help me, and mama on the phone praying or whatnot. All these things, you know, I'm a domestic violence survivor and all these things. David, I'm not saying Tamar did not hit him, mainly because Tamar told David, what's that boy name? Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked, that, you know, there was an altercation, but she only hit David after he hit her. Okay. And the text that she said, okay, boom, if you can see that, he said he was going to kill me. Okay. We were on the way to treatment. He said we're going to end up in a murder-suicide. I only grabbed him after he grabbed me. That's his thumbprints on my arm. I never hit him. He hit me. I didn't do a police report because I wasn't trying to ruin his business. David just wants to be. He doesn't want to look bad on this WeTV show. He wants everyone to think I'm crazy. He's fame hungry and thirsty. Malika picked me up from treatment. She's a witness. He called the police after we left, and before I left, I tore the camera out of his Rolls Royce because I know how thirsty he is. All facts. He's a lawyer, okay. And then she did send one photo to Jason Lee, showing that is his thumbprint on her arm, and that is why she hit him back from him grabbing her and bruising her arm. Now, Layla Lynn then did a video, and Layla Lynn got a hold of the police report for the restraining order, which had text messages from between David and Vince. And David was talking as if, we've been talking, Tamar needs help, and I hope that I can still, help be a guiding light to Logan and all this shit. And Vince was like, bruh, I'm paraphrasing, bruh, you tripping? Nah, I heard the audio or the video that Tamar had of that night, and while me and you did talk yesterday, you never mentioned you threatened to kill Logan's mom. Like, you didn't tell me you said that shit. I'm saying, so pooping on. So clearly, Tamar has proof of him saying these things. And David's kind of thing about it was, Tamar recorded me, and she sent these videos, these recordings to my family when I'm in pain and I'm, upset or whatever. Meaning, he was saying and doing things that he knew was wrong. Because if you're telling us that Tamar was the one going crazy and Tamar was the one being aggressive, her recording will be proof of what you said happened. Okay? Otherwise, you can't make it seem as if, her recordings is a response to what she did to me. You a man, bruh. You still should not be threatening to kill anybody. And Vince being supportive of Tamar as his ex-wife, as Logan's mom, to me shows his protective ways of Tamar despite what they went through. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the text messages show more that David is sneaky. You know what I'm saying? Because the way he worded things to Vince was like, hey, I have Tamar's best interest at heart. You know what I'm saying? I need some time to breathe it out of it, but I feel for you, whatever. And Vince was like, nah, bro, you was on some bullshit. You will never see my son again. I hope you and Tamar are done going forward, because she said she done. She just want her stuff and my son's stuff in your place. So, and I'm also, because David asked for an address to send their stuff somewhere, and Vince said, you think I'm not giving you any address to send the stuff, because then you threaten to kill her, so I'm not gonna give you any place where she stay. And I'm like, does Tamar not have her own place, like where she's I'm confused on why not send her stuff back to her house. Like, if she moving, I'm not sure. But I feel like all this stuff coming up is a lot. Even texts of David saying how, he's been going through it so much, dealing with Tamar, that he was going to kill himself. You know what I'm saying? And how he kept calling his mama every day to, have her talk him down from being so, I'm like, why didn't anyone come try to save you, bro? Is you lying? It's just, it's so too much. And I think at the end of the day, everyone can see that David is not the best for Tamar. The one text I saw from Tamar allegedly to David was her saying, I never thought that you would be this person, that you would be so mean and spiteful and hateful or whatever, and be leaving me and having me in this bullshit at this time in my life when I need, the best of you or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like the text was saying, you chose to leave me for whatever reasons, not I realized I need to leave you alone. And I just want her to leave him alone. I want Tamar to go sit down somewhere with a good licensed therapist, like a good licensed therapist. And I believe she's seen Dr. V, who was on Mary's boot camp, who's an actual doctor. But I want Tamar to go sit somewhere for a while, a good 2-3 months, and get her mental together, because clearly between the text between them two, the restraining order report details between him and her, they are toxic to one another. No one's saying that Tamar may not have also been doing things to David, but I feel like that's how we know y'all shouldn't be together. You know what I'm saying? As much as he is tricking her, it's still vice versa. And so I don't think anyone needs to do, all these multiple videos and exposés on every little detail. That's why I'm like, I can't do these every little detail videos. It's too much to be keeping up with that people's foolishness or whatever. So my thing is, David's crazy. And should be away from Tamar. And Tamar admitting to ripping out the camera equipment in his car because she feel like he will probably try to sell that information, videos, or audio because he is fame hungry now. He wants to seem like a good guy now. I feel like that means they both did something that they don't want things to be seen because they're toxic to one another. And that isn't to blame one or the other, but we have to see when two people should not be together. I feel like as bad as Tamar made her marriage to Vince seem towards the end, Vince, in some kind of way, was still able to keep Tamar grounded for a while until she started doing music and getting popular, and then kind of it spiraled from there. And then he tried to get more controlling, but they spiral in a different way than Tamar and David. But it also shows a pattern in Tamar that she picks men who have a little bit of crazy to them, and she don't realize it until later. So I'm happy she realized it before they got married, before they had a kid, before, whatever else. And leave David wherever he at over there by himself doing business and whatnot. I think the real David we will see on Tamar's show, and that I am waiting for. Anyway, those are all the topics I have. I can't think of any more, and if I do, you'll get another gossip chat later. Anyway, I'm done. Peace.
So filled with stress.